We're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session of our AI chat with Tracey Kitching. It's so good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining us again. Tracey, these sessions are becoming so popular.
They really are. And the feedback has been absolutely fabulous. So thank you, everyone, for reaching out to us and having that conversation with us and telling us, what's going on in your workforce at the moment or with your business and how AI is actually helping or hindering in some cases the adoption of it, which today's topic, I think we'll have some great ideas for that.
Fabulous, Tracey. So can we maybe extend on that? And, based on all the sessions that we've had, we've just found the trend is all about culture, organisations, and how to actually adopt it and bring it all together with the various types of personalities that we have in an organisation. So can you elaborate a little bit more about the positivity and how we can actually instill that as leaders in an organisation?
Absolutely. And I think it really does start from leading from the front. So having that positive attitude around artificial intelligence is a great start. But I do believe there's some certain things as leaders in your business or in the corporation that really does need to happen. And excuse me for reading because I've jotted down some points because I really do feel that these are key points, for your business. And first of all is aligning that vision. So having AI align with your business vision. And yesterday I was part of, I got to really enjoy a summit, and it was about humanizing AI and vice versa. So something that really stood out to me, and I really wanted to start with this, was one of the speakers, their vision is elevate our people above the mundane so they can maximize the value of their humanity. Now, I thought that really resonated with where AI is going and our vision for AI in regards to keeping the humanity, but also integrating AI to take away that mundane and solve those processes and operations within a business. So I just wanted to start with that. But there was some 4 key focus areas and for when you're looking at implementing AI in your business, and that's assessing the immediate AI impact, like looking at where you're going to have that immediate impact. And also looking at who in your corporation or in your business is already using AI and draw on their experience and draw on their expertise. Because training a new employee to come in and do those tasks costs a lot more money than already using the talent you have. So that's one big thing. Linking your AI strategy to your business planning. I tend to find people just go, oh yeah, let's go and use AI, but there's no business planning involved. It's not aligned with your business plan that you've started 12 months ago, probably because you weren't even thinking of AI being part of that business plan. Also, creating forward-looking plans. So what's your business going to look like in 12 months' time in regards to AI adoption? What's that going to look like? Have that vision. Now, the next point, though, is very important, and that's preparing for the ongoing change. You need to be agile when that comes to AI because things are changing daily at the moment. I'm sure it will settle down at some point. Now, look at your current AI usage to assess where you are, because AI is already integrated into a lot of software platforms. You're looking at Microsoft 365. So if you're a business or a company that uses Microsoft, Copilot is automatically a part of that. I do know some companies have actually switched off Copilot, but until they get a handle on what AI means for their business. But it's already part of the system software. If you use ClickUp as a management tool, then AI is already in that. So you need to sort of do a little bit of a deep dive as to what your AI usage already is. You need to also obviously evaluate whether AI actually adds value or does it create more inefficiencies. And that comes back to one of our previous conversations of having those systems and processes mapped out already to see where AI can integrate and help. Also, something like with businesses, obviously risk considerations, you know, particularly with sensitive data. And every business should have AI on their company risk registers already, whether you're using like intentionally using AI or not. AI should be on your risk register so you can then start making that assessment. So there's a 5-step sort of action plan that businesses really do need to start going with, and that is identify where and how AI is being used, assess the associated risks, create authorization processes for new AI tools that some of your employees might want to bring in. So have an assessment phase there. Update policies and onboarding procedures. So when new people come into your company, that they know what the AI policy is. And stay current with AI developments and regulations. Now, I've done a big deep dive into the Australian government regulations for AI, and I've created a report for that. So if anyone would actually like that to start implementing and having a look at that in their business, please feel free to DM me, and I'm more than happy to share that. And then get onto your business plan alignment, you know, making sure connect those AI initiatives to your organisational goals, help team members understand how AI supports the business objectives, and I'll get to that in a moment, and conduct gap analysis between current state and future goals are. So that's sort of part of it. And then, as I said, you know, your team, you need to get your team on board. So removing those blocks, those AI blocks in teams is so important. And having the mindset of I told it yesterday again, is the rule of 3. So you have 3 seconds to make a decision before the fear sets in. 3 minutes for survival, and so on. And it goes like that. So, you know, before that fear sets in, and, you know, with a lot of people it already has, unfortunately, but let's pull that away and push through that initial resistance. And we can do that by understanding our team's learning styles. I thought this is fascinating, because, you know, 40% of the population in your workforce are visual learners. So things need to be demonstrated and examples given to those visual learners about how AI will actually work within their role or within the business. Identify by forward-leaning posture. Like, you can identify these people because they'll lean in when you're talking, because they want to see, they want to know what's going on. They're fast speaking. By the way, I'm a visual learner. And, you know, they'll visually scan. So they can't, it's almost like an ADHD effect where they can't concentrate too much on one thing if it's static. It's got to be moving. You've got to capture them, and they're learning. So they require like the visual content for AI training and understanding. So that's a big part of your workforce. The other part, auditory learners, they're 10% of your workforce, and they learn through discussion and explanation, story. They, you know, to identify those people, they generally have a melodic speech pattern, and they vary in tone, you know, soft, loud, high, low, all of those sorts of things. They find it very challenging with AI, because AI is so text heavy. So those sorts of people, might need a story to go with it, or an audio aspect to go with it. Now, there's another 10% of the population, auditory digital learners, and they need systematic explanations and processes. So these are your people that are generally accountants, things that love systems and processes and everything in place. They ask specific and detailed questions. They want proven, measurable results. And they are brilliant for the risk management roles when it comes to implementing AI in your team. The last one, which is also around about 40% of the population, are kinesthetic learners. Now, a lot of people would have heard of that style of learning, and that's where they physically have to go and play with something to have the full understanding. Experimentation is huge with these learners. To identify those learners in your business, they typically lean back. They speak and process more slowly. So, for an example, my daughter's a kinesthetic learner, and she needs to process things. She needs to physically do something, know how does it feel to her before she fully understands it. Now, I love these people because they will get in and they will play with the tools, and they will then be able to demonstrate how to use those tools because they've got the physical experience and they've embodied it. Yeah. So they're able to do that.
Tracey, a great example of that was her assignment that she had to do for school. Well, with that Gamma presentation.
Absolutely. So she, as I say, she's a kinesthetic learner. So she had written everything herself, but it was child studies, I think it was. No, health management, I think it was. And she had to produce a website and to show her learning. And she loved it because she got into Gamma and she was playing with it, and she mucked around, and yes, she made mistakes, but who cares, and she learnt and she redid it and then produced it and got an A+. So, and that's the style of learning. And a lot of teachers from an education background, we try and give opportunities in a variety of different ways for different learners to show the end result, which is what business owners should be doing. I know it's really hard because you might have 200-300 people in your corporation. But if you find one or two from each learning style, wrap them in this AI revolution, and then they can then go and teach in their style to their people how that all works. So, and then you're getting your team on board with AI adoption. So that's been absolutely fabulous for me, learning all of that and working with teams and, pulling in my education background of these styles of learning, because it is about giving someone some concrete data and step-by-step processes. I talk about that all the time, and providing those opportunities for all the different learning styles in your corporation or in your business, and, using your team to then communicate to everyone else. So that's sort of, and I've gone on and talked for about 14 minutes there, but that's, and I'm surprised I haven't lost my voice yet, but yes, that's where I would go for trying to include everyone and having that positive AI adoption within your corporation. So she's going to see if there's any. I'm just looking to see if anyone's got any questions
today. So we're just making sure we've covered everyone's questions.
Technology is awesome. I love technology when it works. Because that's what happened. I know I'm live because it says I'm live. I'm just trying to join. It's not letting me join.
So we've had a lot
Oh,
to
there.
unpack today, people, a lot to unpack. Leading from the front, was the key message here. And then learning those different styles. Tracey's very good at identifying those different styles and helping you to actually identify those behaviours, within the people in your organisations, those 3 learning styles. So the rule of 3.
The rule of 3. So, stop that fear, get in there, get people as part of it and get them on the team. We do have a Ziad. He also works with AI as part of a service support system. So that's awesome. It's great to see people using AI in so many different industries. It's brilliant. I have a great opportunity to network. Excellent. But we've got about 10 live people on here. Oh, actually 11 now. So please drop in your questions. We're going to stay on here for a few more minutes. And I'd love to be able to answer some of the questions. If you've got something about your business or a thought that's come into your head about AI adoption and trying to do it as positively as possible. Obviously, yes, there's ethics involved. Yes, there's risks involved. And that comes down to, the company, the business, personally. So for me, I always look at the risk for my clients because, some of them do have sensitive data. But the enterprise aspects of AI and having the server on their own servers, that can eliminate a lot of the risk. Also, training your staff as to what can go onto AI and what doesn't. So that's the other aspect of the training with AI. Oh, I've got a new comment. Let's have a look. Oh, it says Reena, Jason Tan. I built an AI specifically for those who hate DM spams. What a great thing to do. He said, get me to show you next time. Absolutely, Jason. That sounds awesome.
Do that, Jason. Yeah, absolutely.
Hates LinkedIn DM spamming. Please, people, learn how to DM. But yes, it's one of those big things, Jason. Unfortunately, everyone gets those spammy things through their LinkedIn. But yeah, that's definitely something.
Suggestion to have Jason on in our next session, so he can it's a bit of an overview.
Absolutely, Jason, reach out because seriously, DM us for not spammy. That's it. So that's absolutely awesome. And it looks like we've got 13 people here. Oh, Joe, no, that's how we meet new contacts. Joe, we can do that in a non-spammy way, though, if we, have great contacts and we can reach out and actually be human. Like, AI is great at a lot of things.
Yeah. And that gets to what you learned yesterday, about elevating to maximise humanity, Tracey,
Absolutely. And, there were some great speakers on there, which I'm hoping that we can bring on to here as well, to provide that balance.
Yes.
Because I think no matter what, humans will always, always, always be part of our business. So keeping that humanity, finding that balance between the mix of AI and the mix of humans is the future. I don't believe in a complete AI society. So that's just my values. I know that's your values. You are a great human connector. So, that would be gone if AI came and took over the world. So I don't believe that's ever going to happen. Let's see. Zayed, I use AI every day. My main job's in digital transformation. Awesome. And marketing's brilliant. Fantastic. That's really good to know, Zayed. because AI is creeping into all types of businesses. So absolutely love that. That's it for today. If you have any more questions, clearly put them in the comments, and Reena and I will get to them quite quickly because we're pretty active on LinkedIn. Jordao, I think that's how you say it. Good, from Brazil, which is excellent.
Thank you for
Brazil.
That's wonderful. But Tracey, I was going to say for the Australian audience and from a best practice perspective, if they need that report, that government report you referred to, please DM us in the comments and we'll get that report to you. And if you need a little bit of guidance in terms of your gap analysis within your organisation, please reach out. Tracey and I are very happy to help you, with a starting point for that. And we look forward to seeing you in a fortnight's time here.
Absolutely.
Chat AI. But it's been a pleasure to see you all. Wishing you a wonderful weekend. Tracey, enjoy the weather and we'll see you all soon.
See you later, everyone. Bye.
Friday.